Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our newsroom. Let's begin with the headlines. On national issues, the President of the Republic received the credential of five new ambassadors in Djibouti. The Republic of Djibouti elected member of UNESCO's Executive Committee for the period 2021-2025. On continental Europe, first stop on Anthony Blinken's tour of Africa in Kenya. We will see for the detail in the regional issues. But before that, let's begin with the headlines. The head of state, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, received this morning the credential of new Cuban ambassador, Mr. Marcelo de la Caridad. The ceremony took place at the presidential palace in the presence of the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, and Councillor Mrs. Mariam Qomani. After welcoming him, President Guelleh assured the new ambassador of the availability of the Djiboutian authorities to help him in the accomplishment of his mission by working for the consolidations of the bonds of friendship and cooperation between the two countries. For his part, the new ambassador, Mr. Marcelo de la Caridad, accompanied the development that the Republic of Djibouti experiencing after the new American ambassador Cuba after the very formal and ceremonial presentation of credential that President made with the ambassador.
L'intérêt de votre pays.
Ambassador of Cuba, it was the turn of the new Indian ambassador in Djibouti to be received by the president. The new Indian ambassador, Mr. Ramesh Dran, meeting the president and say that the Republic of Djibouti is blessed to maintain a strong and fraternal relation with India based on a community of values of tolerance, solidarity, and peace.
Djibouti for various Indian candidatures to international bodies.
President Guelleh for his vision on development for Djibouti. After that, the President of the Republic received the new ambassador of Nigeria, Mr. Victor Adekunle. In his words, the new ambassador highlighted the importance his country attached to a cooperation with Djibouti on behalf of the President of Nigeria and myself. He said, I expressed my admiration for the remarkable achievements made in Djibouti through your foresight and vision, Mr. President, said the ambassador. Once finished, it was around the new ambassador of the Philippines, Mr. Isidine Taco. The new ambassador first conveyed his warm greetings to the president. Then he expressed his gratitude to President Gale for accepting his appointment as ambassador of the Philippines in the Republic of Djibouti.
He also sends his wishes for your continued health and success and for the development and prosperity of Djibouti.
After that, the last new ambassadors present his credential letters to the president. The new ambassador of the Kingdom of Thailand, president his letter of credential to the president, and after that they discuss about the relations and the ways and means to straighten further for the future. Our country has just been brilliantly elected today with a result of 161 votes, with Botswana as a member of the Executive Board of UNESCO for the period 2021-2025. For the second time in its story after the 2009-2013 mandate, the Republic of Djibouti is reinstated in UNESCO's main governing body where all major decisions are taken. This victory is a result of a great mobilization both bilaterally in Paris and it's the intense diplomatic exercise in Djibouti within the Minister of Foreign Affairs and all our diplomatic missions abroad. The minister delegate in charge of decentralizations, Mr. Qasim Harun Ali, received the resident coordinator of the United Nations system, Mr. Eric thanked the minister of his warm welcome and congratulated him on his appointment as a head of this important cross-cutting ministry, the minister in charge of decentralizations, and wished him well in his new responsibilities, arriving at the end of September 2021 in the exercise of functions in Djibouti. The UN resident coordinator in Djibouti presented to the minister the general objective of his mission and ensure the full support of the UN system to support the decentralization program, but also the extension and strengthening for a partnership. The president of the Chamber of Commerce, in interim, Mr. Abdullah Ibrahim Abdullah, received an important delegation from Provence Alpes, Côte d'Azur, a region. The trip of the French delegation is part of the preparation of the visit of the president of the PACA region, who will go to Djibouti at the invitations of the head of Djiboutian diplomacy next year during the meeting, which took place in a warm and friendly atmosphere. The President, Chamber of Trade, and the member of the French delegation took stock of the project identified during the working session between the experts of both sides. In another news, the Sheraton Hotel hosted an IGAD meeting on resilience. The workshop focused on the need to create a regional groundwater information center. The objective is to strengthen national and regional capacities in the field of water resources management and to develop regional dialogue and corporations for the sustainable development of water resource management in the Horn of Africa. The objective of this type of visit is to obtain on the condition of and other news a delegation visit the Gabon. That kind of visiting, the objective was to obtain information on the condition of detentions of prisoners in general and vulnerable in particular. In this respect, the CNDH ensure that all demand and convicted prison enjoy acceptable condition of detention. The Commission must also ensure that the dignity of the person deprived of liberty is protected in accordance with the Article 10 of the International Law Convention on Civil and Political Rights and the standard minimum rules of the treatment of the prisons. A strong delegation from the National Human Rights Commissions was led by the President, Mr. Suleiman Omar Udin, visited the Kabod and the different departments as the part of the evaluations of access to assistive technology for people with disability and needs. The National Agency for Persons with Disabilities organized at the People Palace a closing ceremony for the training of staff about the survey on access to assistive technology, namely RATA. The ceremony was presided by the director, Mr. Dual Said Mahmoud, and the objective of the project is to collect data on the access technology in Djiboutian population in order to propose a new strategy to improve access technology to provide a plan, but also to assist all the people in needs and improve access to the technology in different level. And now let's head to the north region, especially in Oboh, where the town hosted a workshop on programming activity under the aegis of the AU IGAD about the COVID-19 project coordination of the Ministry of Health in close coordination and support with the IGAD. This 3-day workshop brought together participants from both Oboh and Tajura and took place from 16 to 18, which today the headquarters of the regional council under the authority of the Secretary General of the Ministry, Mr. Saleh Benoita Trab, in participation of officials including the prefect of the region, Mr. Abdul Malik Mohammed Benoita, as well as the president of the region, Mr. Ahmed Ali Mohammed, the representative of UNICEF, Dr. Mukhtar, and many deputies such as Mr. Kamil Hamad. The objective is to review the implementations of the activity with all the potential actors and technical and administrative officials of the two regions. In a short speech, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Saleh Benoita Trab, indicated that the workshop on the programming of activities is to fight against COVID-19, which is financed by the European Union at the level of cross-border points in the northern region of the country. And now let's move on regional news in Kenya, especially where the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken began his first trip to sub-Saharan African on Wednesday, focusing on democracy and climate change, but also the COVID-19 pandemic. U.S. Secretary General Antony Blinken met in Nairobi with Foreign Ministry Rachel, and the American diplomat wants and expressed he sincerely believes and he wants to raise Washington's profile as a player in regional and international initiatives to restore peace, promote democracy and human rights, he said. Here we arrive at the end of this news edition. Thank you for watching us. Goodbye.